Coffee Tea, Friendlee, and me. We're kind of sideways on this, our monitors.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. So welcome to the Historic Texan Lobby Theater. No, Historic Theater Lobby Studio. That's what we are.
That's right. That's what we are.
We are the Lobby.
That's our lobby studio.
So that every Wednesday we come and we tell good news. We tell what's going on, what's happening around town. There's so many people that say there's nothing happening in Greenville, and I beg to differ.
I beg to differ as well. There's always good things happening in the city of Greenville.
It's amazing.
Right.
I mean, granted, I grew up here too, and I probably thought the same thing because I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know where to find what was going on. But this is one of the places. Come to Coffee Tea, Friendlee, and me each week at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Wednesday at 10, and you'll find out all the good stuff that's happening. And to start us off, would you start us with prayer?
Yeah, I'll start with prayer. God, again, thanks for just the day outside and for all the things that you do for us each and every day. Just continue to watch over all of those in our community who are taking care of needs and caring for the people. Again, we just are grateful for the love that you've shown to each and every one of us through Christ. We ask this in His name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And now we have two sponsors. We have Hunt Regional Healthcare.
Hunt Regional Healthcare, yes.
Really great at helping us stay fit, and not just in emergency situations, but proactive.
Right.
Staying healthy, and Discount Wheel and Tire.
Discount Wheel and Tire.
And Valvoline Express, and where, what is it, service is the bottom line?
Yep, service is the bottom line.
And yesterday was Ladies' Day.
Was Ladies' Day, that's right.
It's the day before we're always on.
Yeah, always on Tuesday is Ladies' Day.
And we will now go to commercials and see what they have to say, and be back with, hear about Golden Kawanis. You're out. Let's go.
At Hunt Regional Healthcare, we are by your side. When times are good, we will be here for you. When times are difficult, we will stand with you. Why? Because you are our family, friends, and neighbors. That's why at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we continue to invest in services, specialties, and team members to provide the trusted care you've come to count on, so you can rest assured your loved ones will always receive the best quality care. Hunt Regional Healthcare, by your side.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
And welcome back to Coffee Tea, Friendlee, and me. Each Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the Texan Theater Lobby Studio.
Got it right that time. There you
can
go.
Come sit. We have tables and chairs. Come visit us. Have a free coffee.
Right.
And watch us have fun during the show and during the commercials. And I forgot to say that Wally's with me. This is Wally Jeffers. Okay, you have to say otherwise.
Hunt County Shared Ministries.
Thank you.
Here in Greenville.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
Well, we're excited about being here.
Chatting with us. He's got a new house for their place, but we can probably talk about that another time because we have a set amount of time with Pat.
Good morning.
Kawanis.
Good morning, Pat.
Good morning. Good to see you.
And we're going to talk about what's happening. You got service projects and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yes, thanks for having us back. We were here a couple of months ago, I guess, and had a chance to talk about all the things that Golden K does. We're known mostly for ramps, but there's a lot more that we're involved in. You know, just to echo what you said at the top, Greenville is a place that has a lot going on, and there's a lot of opportunity to give back to this community and to improve it. And that's really what the folks in Golden K do. But we've had a busy quarter this quarter. And in terms of the ramp project, we've built 5 ramps this quarter.
Oh my goodness, this quarter would be December?
January, February, March.
Wow.
We've built 5 ramps, and we may get another one in before the end of the month. So,
that's not very long, that's 2 days.
Yes, but we've got 9 ramps in queue. We've built a total of 442.
Oh man,
And
that's
there's,
awesome.
yes, so anybody that is just the slightest bit handy, if you'd like to be involved in that project, please come to our meetings on Tuesdays at 9:30 at Wesley Methodist Church, and we would love to welcome you in and give you a chance to help restore mobility to people who don't have any.
Right, it's amazing to me how many front doors become inaccessible.
Yes.
You know, it's 2 steps into the house, but 2 steps for somebody who's in a
chair,
is impossible.
Exactly, and yeah, we were just out surveying a house yesterday, and each ramp is custom to the house because there's a certain slope you've got to have, and you've got to have, you ideally want to land on a piece of concrete where rather than out in the grass, but it's a very worthwhile thing, and we have a crew of 6 to 12 people that come out and support this, and it's a congenial group and really a worthy cause.
So how does somebody, if I'm suddenly in a wheelchair, how do you find me, or how do I find you?
It's really a matter of how your health care provider finds us. So you can have a home health therapist, you can have your primary care physician, any medical professional can contact texasramps.org. And there's an online application there that substantiates the need. Once that's substantiated, Texas Ramps then contacts us if it's in Hunt County, and we cover all of Hunt County. They refer it to us. We get in contact with the person involved. We go out and measure and plan a ramp out, and then we schedule a day, hopefully when it's not raining.
These days that it could be iffy.
Well, we're actually not on the pace we usually keep because of the weather. We normally do a ramp about every 10 days.
Oh wow!
So we'll do 30 to 35 ramps this year. The other thing I guess that's important to note is that all the ramps are free. They're free to the recipient. The labor is free, provided by the Golden K. The money for the material comes from 3 sources for us. United Way gives us money each year. The Hunt Memorial Hospital District gives us money. Their money goes to Texas Ramp, and Texas Ramp matches it dollar for dollar.
Oh wow!
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
That comes to about $20,000 a year.
Oh, that's great.
And so it's that's the easiest way, though. Have the healthcare provider contact Texas Ramp on the internet.
Is it texasramp.org?
TexasRamps.org. You can get there any number of ways. I think they own a bunch of domains.
Okay.
But if you get stuck, just type in Texas Ramp Project on any browser and search for it, and it'll take you to the site.
All right, that's great.
I tell people that quite often. There's some things that have so many places that you can misspell to get to the,
correct.
who knows where you'll end up.
That's right.
So I say, just search for this and
search for Texas Ramp Project is the easiest thing to do.
And then, so if I was stuck in a chair, then I could tell my healthcare provider, but probably best to offer them that information as well, where to find it.
Yes.
And then send them to, and it goes.
Yes.
And it comes back.
We can't make a promise directly. It has to be assigned to us. But we're pretty prompt about getting to.
And I know y'all work with other agencies as well. Y'all partner with us on our Meals for Every Kids program.
Absolutely.
Which is great.
Yeah, that's one of our ongoing things. Once a month we will come down to Wally's place and to the loading dock behind Juice there, and we'll pack anywhere from 700 to 1,000 bags with 7 meals worth of food for at-risk children, and so. For many of those kids, that's what gets them through till Monday.
Right. And that's the weekend food.
Yeah, and it's expanded recently. I guess there are several hundred kids in the program now.
We're serving about 300, a little over 300 every week. And so, but the great thing about it is, for them to be a part of the program, they have to be at school every day. They have to have good behavior. And so, and we see all of those things improve with the meals, and their grades improve. So, and really sometimes for the whole classroom, because if the kid's been disruptive on Mondays because he's hungry,
Right.
they don't have to deal with that as a teacher, then everybody learns
Wow.
more and does well in school. So that's our goal.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
I'd heard that there was the issue of weekends.
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's a
they,
big,
they
it's a
eat
big
school
deal.
lunches, but
Yeah. If they're on the free, it's not, we don't really publicize this out in the community, but we work through the individual school districts and counselors and teachers. They're the ones who identify the students, and then they let us know, and then we go from there. And I don't know of anybody we've ever turned away from getting the meals, but it's a great program. And Golden K's been great to partner with us. So it's good to know that generation is still there, involved in the community.
right.
And so it's a real positive for us.
Let me add one thing to that. The other group that helps us is the Action Club,
Right,
which is
right.
adults that are living with disabilities. And there are 15 of those folks, and all 15 of them pile on the bus and come to pack the bags. It's a major project for them.
Right.
And frankly, it's what makes it possible to do it in less than half a day.
That's right. And it's great to see the two groups work together.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a real positive experience over there. So we're grateful for that input.
Well, we like having the opportunity to do it.
Now, are there other things that you do in the community?
Absolutely. Right now, the big push has been on the AARP tax aid.
Yeah.
At the library. You can get free tax filing help. We have a number of our members who are involved in every aspect of that, from receiving people in, helping them sort their paperwork, handing them off to a tax counselor, and it's a free tax filing service.
For anyone?
For anyone.
Okay.
Wow.
For anyone. And it is an appointment service. You do have to call and register or show up and register for it. But that's ongoing right now through tax filing day.
And what is that phone number?
I don't know the
okay.
phone number.
But you can go to Golden K?
You can come to us, or you can go to the library.
And the library will...
This is all taking place courtesy of John.
Okay, great.
So
He's doing a lot of exciting stuff, but
he is. He truly is. As we were mentioning before we came on the air, I noticed that the people that you have come here and talk are the same ones we bring in to talk to us to help identify other needs and other projects. We've got a couple other things going on. We do, for Hunt County kids, bed kits. Each child that enters foster care must have his or her own bed to sleep in. It's a safety issue. It's,
Right.
It's an anti-abuse issue. And so there is an effort that we have ongoing where we assemble the bed kits. We did the first, and we thought, well, 25 ought to be enough. That's what everybody thought. And 24 went out the door, and one stayed as a floor demo.
right.
Yeah.
And and then we had to go help find more donors and all the rest of that. Sheriff Bench has been leading that for Hunt County kids and running interference with the lumber yards and all the rest
Right.
of that. We'll build another 20 to 25 kits here over the next couple of weeks. That's one that involves not only our folks, but also the Key Club at the high school. There are 6 kids in the Key Club, and they have given up parts of their spring break, parts of their Christmas break, to come down and pitch in. So again, for us in Golden K, it's you talk about intergenerational stuff. It's a good thing to see young folks. It's a good thing to see folks like the Action Club heavily involved in giving back to the community.
Right.
So other things that we do, you've seen the little libraries and pantries around town, most of them being converted to pantries with the current food crisis, food insecurity crisis. We have refurbished the original 35 of those. The last 4 are going to be taken out and deployed this weekend.
Right.
Nice.
So that's an important thing. I guess the other thing, Hunt County Fair Action Club put together 6,500 coloring books with fair tickets inserted in them.
Yeah.
And they thought it was supposed to take a couple of weeks. It took 2 days.
Oh, man.
And so that's a big deal. We're happy to see them support things like that. They also do flag placement and flag repair for the American flag displays that you see at all the holidays. And I guess the last thing is LitCon that John put on at the library. Behind the scenes, helping set up and clean up was the Key Club. That was a great big event, but again, some of the hard work behind it was on them.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of these event things that we have happening. There's stuff going on all the time to prepare or to clean up or to. Yes. It's a lot of preparation that I think most people just don't see what we do behind the scenes. For you to have a day of giving, there's a lot of coordination that has to go to it.
Well, I think the thing that I am excited about is that none of us as nonprofits work alone.
Right.
No.
It's always a partnership with each other, and we're supporting and making sure that whatever's going on, we all can make that happen together.
Right.
And to me, that's what makes Greenville a great community.
Yeah.
I agree with that, and all of us do get a chance to meet together. The United Way hosts a quarterly coffee. We have other intersections that that happen for all of us. Speaking of which, upcoming things, and I just wanted to put these in quickly. The Drug-Free Greenville Kite Fly, we have assembled a crack team of kite orthopedists who will be running the kite hospital to fix those that get crashed in the ground.
Right.
So real quick, just to make sure people know, if you've got a ramp need, it's Texas Ramp Project. You can go online and look that up, and they'll get directed, if the project gets accepted, to Golden K. And and then if you're needing tax help, you can go to the library, the Walworth Harrison Library, and they'll help you there with that to get you signed up and get you involved with you guys. And so there's lots of opportunities. And so, John, we really appreciate you being here today and sharing what's going on. And we're grateful for Golden K.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
We'll have a commercial now, and we'll be back with who we've been talking about, John Hayden and the Walworth Harrison Library.
The most amazing state-of-the-art Chevy dealership in Texas is now open. The all-new Platinum Chevrolet in Terrell.
And we'd like to personally invite you to come by and meet our team. Every day we drive the difference by providing incredible values and exceptional service. Shop and explore a huge selection of new Chevys across 14 acres, all specially priced. You'll find us just off Spur 557 in Terrell.
Drive the difference at the all-new Platinum Chevrolet.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
Hey, welcome back. We're at Coffee Tea, Friendlee and Me, where you get free coffee if you come visit us.
Well, and you have the coffee club too.
Oh yes, I have a coffee club, which is almost and you can make it automatic, so it sort of even really feels free. If you go online and you sign up for the club, then you get free coffee all the time, and you never have to think about it again.
That's
you just keep coming in here. It takes $10 out of your credit card once a month.
Right, and that's a good deal.
Yeah.
If you've ever bought a cup of coffee anywhere lately, that's a good deal.
Even for these kinds of cup of coffee.
Right.
Because
it's great.
You only have to come 5 times, and those are covered.
Yep, that's correct. So
anyway, we were telling you, John Hayden is here from the library. It's always been the library, but Walworth Harrison Library. I'm not sure if it was called Walworth Harrison when I was a kid, but it's our public library. It's Greenville's public library, behind Super One.
Yes, right behind there.
You find it is back there.
Yes.
But it's kind of behind everything.
Yes.
So what you actually see on the street, on Stonewall, is a sign that says Library and J. Lou Park. I think those are all on the same sign.
It is.
So you find that, turn down that little road, and I promise you,
You find
it's
the library.
back there.
That's right. You find the library and all
And
the
you
things
won't
we're doing.
know then
so.
that it looks like, I tell this every time, it looks like a piano. Do you know it's shaped like a piano?
Yes.
You get a drone, you could look over it.
Right,
Yeah.
but most of us don't have
I
drones.
know, or a
So-
helicopter or something.
I don't know if I started following the library or if I don't know what happened, but now in my news feed, this keeps popping up, what the library is doing. And the
Right.
library is doing a lot more than I have books to let you borrow.
Right. I mean, it definitely is. It's all because of our staff too.
Right.
And we have a great staff who's very creative, and they have all these wonderful ideas. And sometimes I put those ideas, we put them in practice, and if they come up with an idea, I'm like, hey, let's go for it. Yeah. But I say, hey, you're in charge of it if we're going to do it. But we have staff who are just really, they're awesome, and we have a great staff that I'm really appreciative of every day about, and they have great ideas that we're going to start doing. And
I guess happy hour worked. Was it happy hour? And you had root beer.
Oh, we had a pub trivia.
Pub trivia.
Yeah, it's kind of going a little bit. It's not as big as we want it to be, but we do have one coming up.
Well,
I'm
thinking that they're still going because they pop up in my Facebook news.
Yeah, it's still going. We're just trying to build it.
If it doesn't show up again, I might ask about it and go, am I just missing it, or did it disappear?
But
LitCon was the
LitCon, yeah. LitCon was, you talk about LitCon, we definitely have the Key Club and everything. It was, those guys really helped out a lot. We had about probably over 600, 800. We kind of lost count, but it was a lot of people there. We had a lot. It was really fun. It was
costumes
like costume cosplay. We had Godzilla was there, Bumblebee was there, so we had all the characters. We had Amanda Gish, who's from Greenville, was there as a voice actor, and Troy Hughes, and we had a cosplay. And Pixel Vix was there, so we had a lot. And then we had lots of people dressed up in cosplay. It was fantastic. And then that's our staff, our youth services. Christy does a really good job putting that together, so it was great.
I think it's exciting because, as I was a kid, we learned how to use the card catalog. We had to be quiet. Everybody's in there to find a book or to read or,
Right.
Libraries were very quiet when I was a child.
And they still should be in some ways. But
well, some ways, but I think that they've expanded because the world has changed.
Yes.
And so there's different ways of finding information. So there's more that you can do.
Yeah, there's a lot more we can do. It kind of like, I always say it's books plus more.
Right.
And we still have books, there's ebooks, you can download books too, but it's more. I think it's kind of turned into like a community center, like a hub of knowledge, a place where people go. And every day there's people that are studying. He talked about, he stole my thunder. He talked about the tax aid, he talked about LitCon, he stole everything I was going to say today. But yeah, people come there every day and they talk about and they study. You see people studying, you see people using the study rooms, you see people on our Wi-Fi, you see people on our computers, you see kids, you see reading. I mean, it's all these things going on. And then we have so many activities, and then some of that I'm really excited about that's going to happen this next month.
Yes.
Well, we're going to start a Books and Brew book club. We're going to have it like next door. It's going to be across the street at the Ashton. Yeah, Laura's going to let us do that. We're excited about that. We had over 80 people excited about that. It was really wow. And then the book is called A Monster Calls, the first book we're going to be doing. And a lot of people already read it and ready to discuss it. It's really how interesting. I don't know if it's because there's alcohol going to be part of that or what it is, but people are really excited about the Books and Brew. We try to want to do an outreach. It's something I've been in my mind for a long time, and now it's finally coming to it's happening this month. April 11th at 6 o'clock we'll be over there. And then anime, we're having an anime day, which a lot of teenagers, a lot of young adults are into anime, so we're going to try to start an anime club at the library. And April the 15th, which is also the big tax day, April 15th is our anime day from 2 to 3 p.m. that day.
Oh, that's
we'll
actually,
have all
that's
different things.
Hunt County birthday
day. Everything's going on that day.
There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
and I think it's officially, it's always been the 15th, but because the 15th is a Saturday, I think we actually don't have to have our taxes until the 17th.
That's right, 17th.
Until Monday.
Until the 17th.
That's till 17th.
And I think last year,
there's a couple extra days.
There was also another holiday on Monday last year, so it was like a Tuesday, and I was like, I didn't even know what the holiday was, but all my papers said it was the next day, and I'm like,
I always get confused on that a lot.
Whatever, but I'll just trust that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, so we're excited. I think Anime Day is going to be fantastic, something new we're going to try, and so we're also having, you talked about this open mic comedy, we're going to try a comedy night.
So how do we find out, is there do y'all have a website?
We do have a website. It's still really worked on right now,
And
but our
Facebook?
Facebook is the best way to look at. Go to the Walworth Harrison Public Library Facebook page and follow us and like us. You can see all our activities. Come by the library. Like I said, they have tax days going right now. And
do y'all make events so that
yeah, we have events too. Like this summer, we're doing an event called the like a murder mystery party.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, and on that murder mystery party, it's we have like already 30 people signed up
You
already.
want to be online? You want to be on? No, sorry.
So that's all right. We had 30 people.
Invite him over
I know,
here.
'cause we had already 30 people registered for that event. That event starts in June.
Wow.
That's a good number.
Well,
Yeah.
and I don't remember that many events happening. Events.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of events, a lot of activities at the library, a lot of things going on every day. We have story time, like today, story time is going on today, so a lot of events for young kids too.
And well, the good thing about it is you have things for all ages.
Right, yes.
And we send people over there all the time who don't have access to internet.
Right.
For them to go fill out forms for, SNAP or other things, and, just go over if they need to send us something, then they can send us something. And so we send folks over there all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have a great staff who's always helping people all the time. So yeah, we have all that stuff. So
when I was a baby lawyer,
Yeah.
I didn't have a computer,
Yeah.
and so I'd go to the library.
Yeah.
And use a library computer.
Yeah, that's what we have. We have people every day. I mean,
amazing.
it's pretty packed every day, especially Wednesdays. Wednesdays
Right.
are really packed with
Do you need to have
library card.
library card or to sign up? Do you make reservations for a
Yeah, if
computer?
you get on a computer, you don't ever make reservations. You can get guest passes too. We also have internet cards people can get as well to just get on the computer. Wi-Fi is free for everybody. Anybody can use Wi-Fi.
Is there any cost for the cards?
Not if you live in the city limits of Greenville.
Okay,
if
good.
you live in the city limits of Greenville, it's free. You live outside of it, it's $20. You live outside the county, it's $40.
Okay.
For that.
So
But there's other libraries that are higher than that. People are like, that's pretty high. You should go look at Dallas Public Library. Others are higher than that.
Well, for all the things that you can get from the library,
Yes.
because you not only have books, but you also have, I guess, CDs, or
yeah, we have audiobooks, we have
Right.
DVDs,
And movies.
and
DVDs.
movies. Yeah, you can
Yep.
also do ebooks online too. So we have all those opportunities for people to use things. So, yeah.
That's one of the things that we send folks over there for. They can't afford their cable. Well, if there's another way to get some of these things, you
Right.
can go get them from the library, bring home, and your kids can watch, movies
Oh,
or
yeah.
cartoons or
Right.
whatever, and you're not having to pay for it.
Right, exactly. And now we have board games. People can check out board games now.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have Steam kits too, so people can check out Steam kits. And we're looking at becoming a library of things where we're able to check out different, items, tools, and those type of things as well that people can check out and they can use them, bring them back. So we have all these opportunities and all these things we're going to probably do in the
How
in
long
the
do you
future.
usually get them? I remember there's the overdue.
Well, sometimes
card.
they're a week, or no, books are 2 weeks, but sometimes they're a week.
Okay.
On board games are 2 weeks right now because it takes a while to check out a board games. But yeah,
Figure it
they're-
out, learn how to-
figure out how to play. Yeah, we have and with not only board games, there's cards too you can check out. And like Jenga, that game you can check out if you want to.
Right.
So we have all those opportunities. So it's not just books only. We got plus more happening there at the library.
It's a great place. It's a great asset to the community.
Yes.
And for families who don't have a lot of funding, this is a great place to go get some of the things that maybe your kids want to read, or right now board games even that they could play.
Right. Yes.
And
But you could
DVDs,
re-up
so-
too, right? So if one of these kids got a Harry Potter
Yeah.
and they didn't read it in 2 weeks,
They can always renew. Yeah.
renew it for another two or
and then
something.
yeah, but
Okay.
always.
Cool.
Kids,
I just wanted to
my
make
daughter got into all of those Harry Potter books, and she could read them faster than I could read them. So,
Yeah.
Well, they have more free time sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes, but
You know.
but you're right. We have things for all ages. We have technology
Right,
classes
right,
for
right,
seniors,
right,
and
right.
like tomorrow's the senior resource fair. We'll be at that. We're also involved. I'm also involved in United Way. I want to put a plug in for a duck derby
right.
because if I do that, I get a duck hat going to Natalie. So Natalie, if you're listening, I said duck derby today. I want my duck hat. All right.
And Natalie, I said
so-
Duck Derby too, and I think that's a
yeah.
great thing to be a part of as
Definitely,
well.
yeah.
Well, it's
so
going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
at
be fun.
the,
So they're at the Splash Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. I'm involved in that, and then I also wanted to give a shout out to Caleb Shreves real quick.
Okay.
Next
He's
time,
doing a
yeah,
great job.
He is. Next time you talk to him, ask him about the open dance floor.
Open
Next
dance
time you
floor?
talk to him, yeah,
Okay.
just say
Okay.
open dance floor to him.
Cool.
So, but yeah, it was really good about the the relationships we have with the city, Mike is out here, he's going to be speaking today, and the relationships that all the different departments have to one another. Parks and Rec and us are developing some, we're going to do a story trail soon from the library to Jalou Park, and that's going to be great. And so all those opportunities to collaborate with all the departments is fantastic.
Well, John, we really appreciate you being here
so
today,
much.
and we thank you for the great job that the library does.
I appreciate that.
To meet a lot of needs in our community, and so thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to come talk. I really do.
And we're going to come back with the Civil Air Patrol in just a minute after we have our commercials.
Awesome.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
And we are back. Coffee, tea, friendly, and me. We are fueled by caffeine, I think.
Yeah,
you don't have one, do you want?
I have one over
there.
there.
For the 15 minutes. Because we kind of guess. It's early for us.
It is. It's early.
So,
Got lots going on this morning, and
yep,
so we're
Wally's
glad to
here
have.
with me.
Oh, yeah, Wally's hanging out.
With me, and I'm Barbara.
And that's Barbara.
This is my house. Welcome to hanging out at the Texan.
That's right.
And then Choya's with us. Choya's Shanahan.
Yes.
With Civil Air Patrol. I've enjoyed chatting with her. She was at the city council when they gave us James and I got a proclamation from the city. She was there that night because she was having his grandson?
Yes.
Was getting his proclamation the same night.
Yes.
So, what's
We're proud
happening?
of both of you.
Thanks. So what else is happening?
CAP has just blown up. We've had such an exciting time since I talked to you last. We've been to the Barksdale Air Show. We had the head of the Presidential Honor Guard come and teach cadets from squadrons all over East Texas.
Oh, wow.
In color guard and honor guard techniques. We had during spring break all the schools, for some miraculous reason, in 5 districts were out the same week.
Oh my goodness.
So all of my cadet members were out for spring break. So we planned a 3-day ground school to get them through the FAA licensure exam.
Oh, cool.
And then on the tail end of it, we put the color guard thing. So we kind of filled up their spring break with CAP. And that worked out really well. It was
The
well
parents probably
supported.
didn't mind.
No, they did
It's
not.
sort of like they're still in school.
Yes.
We don't have to figure out how to keep them busy.
Yes, but what's coming up is almost as exciting. May 20th, we're going to have an open house, and we're doing that in conjunction with a barnstorming event out at the airport. And we hope to have a special presentation on the WASP program that was conducted at Majors Airport. They taught all the women to fly.
Wow.
And very few people know, but the history of the airport, they trained 3 different air forces there during World War II. The Mexican Air Force, the United Kingdom Air Force, and the American Air Force.
Oh my goodness.
And so it was quite the hub.
Right.
I know I had an uncle that was out there.
So we're real proud to be associated with Majors Airport. And so May 20th, mark it on your calendars.
So the open house is out there at the airport?
And Commemorative Air Force will be there with vintage World War II aircraft and Ike's personal plane.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
so
that's
it'll
great.
be kind of exciting. It's free, open to the public. Just come on out.
How
At what time does that start?
It's all day. I believe they kick off at 9 a.m. and
9
they
a.m.
close at 4.
On the 20th.
May 20th.
May 20th. That is great.
So can we find out more? If I forgot some of this,
Oh,
Civil
yes.
Air Patrol has a website or a Facebook page?
We're getting our website live this
Okay.
week. It's taken a while. You have to go through the Air Force to get everything approved. But it should be live, and I'm not sure of the URL yet. But I do know this will be posted in Greenville Happenings,
Okay.
you know, the housewarmer thing. It'll be posted in the city, all of their distribution, as well as the airport
Great.
website.
So what else, since we have a minute or two left, we still have
Okay.
some time. So Civil Air Patrol, what, I remember as a kid my dad said, oh, you could do this and learn to fly and help people, and they come out for,
Yes.
but I don't remember all of that stuff. So kind of what does the Civil Air Patrol do?
We have 3 congressionally chartered missions. We're the auxiliary of the Air Force, so
Okay.
we are part of the Air Force. We report to the 1st Air Corps North AirCom.
Okay.
And so as doing that, we do emergency services, aerospace education, cadet programs. Our cadet program runs from 12 through 18. You can stay in it till you're 21.
Oh my goodness.
But you have to join before you're 18. There's something for everyone in Civil Air Patrol. We do a lot with communications, a lot with search and rescue, a lot with community service. But our biggest thing is teaching cadets how to fly. There is a glider program locally that's out of the other CAP squadron in Sulphur Springs. So our cadets get to go gliding and they get to go flying. They're guaranteed 5 orientation flights.
Oh my goodness.
And we take them through a defined syllabus on each one of those.
Right.
And when they complete that, they have the opportunity to go to Powered Flight Academy, where they do a week intensive on ground school and just fly, fly, fly. And at the end of it, if they're successful, they get to solo, and then they can go back to their home squadrons, use a CAP aircraft, a CAP instructor, and get their single engine license.
Wow,
So-
that's a lot of stuff.
It
Very
is.
exciting.
It's amazing. At zero cost to a parent.
Right.
You know, if you went to any of the schools that taught general aviation and looked at a single engine license, you're looking at a minimum of $90,000.
Wow. And we
So-
get it for free.
And you can get it for free locally at CAP.
So how do they sign someone up for that?
Basically, you have to attend 3 meetings
Okay.
before we even allow you to join. We meet currently out at L3 Recreation Center on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. and it lasts till 8:30. But come to 3 meetings, see if you like it, and if you do, we can get you enrolled, and then we take it from there.
So that's every Monday
Every Monday.
out at L3 in their recreation center.
Yes,
And what time does that start?
6 p.m.
6 to
8:30.
6 to 8:30. So if you're interested in anything like that, that's a great
come on
place to
out.
go and learn. And for a lot of families, being free, that's a really a big plus.
Yes, L3 Harris has been so generous in housing us and giving us a separate standalone building for our uniform storage and communications equipment. And all our equipment has arrived now. We're so excited. And so it's going to become really a big thing.
So your equipment has arrived. So this is fairly new in
Yes,
some
we
sense.
started March last year.
Right.
And I only recruited senior members to begin with. And then about June, July, we started taking in some cadets. We wanted to do that part slowly so we could do it really well.
Right.
And
Well, that's a great asset.
We have a deputy commander for cadets that is just amazing, and he helps me create all these opportunities for young people.
Nice.
So
Throwing that
it's good.
Cool. It's so exciting. I mean,
that is exciting. I didn't know we had that in the community, and so if you got a child that's interested in aviation, this would be a great place for them to get involved.
Yes, so many of the things that we do in emergency services, we're just building those relationships now with Hunt County Emergency Management, but all our members by June 1st will be CERT qualified, and that's Community Emergency Response Team. We still function as a CAP unit, but we have that skill set added to everything else that we do. The other thing that we're pursuing is UAS. Very few people realize that, you know, the use of, they don't like the word drones, they prefer UAS. But the use of drones in local emergencies is really important. We can help the fire department with thermal imaging.
Right.
If they put out a fire and they need to go home, because many of our fire departments are volunteer fire departments, so keeping them on scene for an extended period of time is a waste of manpower, right? So we can basically fly over and do thermal imaging and let you know if you've got hot spots that are going to possibly flare up.
And
you have to get back. We can.
Well, you can't, but
we can't. But we can say, hey, it's not out yet.
Yeah, there's not out. There's this spot,
leave.
even though you think that it is, and everybody goes home, and then it flares up. You can say, okay, we see this hot spot now.
Yes.
Take care of it.
And we can help with missing persons. A lot of times people wander off, particularly elders or children, and they're unconscious or asleep. And so they're not going to respond to our alerting calls when we do our ground teams. So you can use a drone to do thermal imaging there as well.
Oh, fun.
So we've got a lot of capabilities. And the other thing that we're really working on is UDF, urban direction finding. And that helps us with downed aircraft. It helps us with a lot of personal beacons. A lot of people wear these now.
Right.
And so
we either wear them or we have them.
Yes.
These suckers, you can't really turn them off.
So we can basically, if we receive a request, we can basically help find those people. So it's really an exciting time. Our unit is moving towards 100% certification in these areas.
Nice.
So we're real excited. We're busy.
Well, that's great to hear, because I had no idea that this was going on.
Yes.
And so this is great information to get out to the community. That
it is.
You're partnering again with other agencies or groups, emergency services in the area, to make sure that if we have a senior lost or a child lost, you're part of helping find that that individual. So that's great to know.
Yeah.
Now, with the cadet program, you said something about seniors. Do you have a?
Oh yes, we have a senior program that's amazing. One of my senior members is here. Basically, they go through any kind of training. If you have a willing heart, we can train you, and the training is free. And so currently, you know, you can train in either, you know, incident command positions for FEMA, or you can train, you know, in mission specialties, you know, a mission scanner, a mission observer, an aerial photographer. We have pilots, you know, we have all kinds of people up in the air. We also have ground team leaders that work with the cadets and going out in these ground search and rescue teams or UDF teams. So there's always something for seniors to do. You're never too old.
The same, come to 3 meetings and figure out if
they can join on the spot.
Oh, they can.
If they want to join. We believe that they probably have a better perspective of what they're getting into.
Okay.
We just want to make sure parents and potential cadets are on the same page. It is an intensive program. A lot of people say, refer to them as kids. I don't have kids, I have cadets.
Yeah.
And my cadets are teens that have stepped up to a very challenging program. The Air Force doesn't water any of this down for cadets. And so they get real world training. They get things that they can put on a college resume, things that they can turn into a viable career if they're so interested. And we make those opportunities available to them.
It's also a time to find out if you're interested, because I have said that youth is wasted on people trying to be perfect.
Yes.
You need to explore. This is the perfect time. You have an interest, let's plug you in.
I parented 8 children. And every time one of them would go off to college and say, Mom, I've declared my major. And I'm going, oh yeah, that's great. Because, you know, very often they come back and they say, Mom, I changed my major. And my husband would look at me and go, ka-ching, ka-ching. Because every time they changed majors, it cost us about $10,000. It's probably much more now. But this gives them an opportunity to explore careers that maybe they're not represented in their immediate family.
Right.
You know, doctors tend to produce other doctors, farmers pretend, you know,
Or the
produce other
opposite.
farmers. And so it gives you an opportunity to explore it, you know, at relatively little cost. We do national cadet special activities in the summer, and there are over 60 of them. And so if there's an MOS for it in the military, there's probably a national cadet special activity that goes along with it. Heavy emphasis on aviation. We are the Civil Air Patrol, and with L3 being our biggest partner and our largest employer in our community, we have an expectation that a lot of them are going to seek careers in aviation. And it's not just pilots. It's engineers, it's A&P people, it's communications people, computer people. So we have a real strong IT program with Cyber Patriot. And so there are opportunities for just about every cadet.
So there's some great opportunities here for the community that people didn't know about. So again, if you're a parent and you have a kid that's interested in aviation, so on every Monday night at 6 o'clock, you can bring them
to L3 Recreation
Center. L3 Recreation Center, and it's just 3 meetings to get them signed up, but it may be good to come along as a parent. But if you're a senior adult, you can come and be a part of this as well. So these are some great things that
Senior
I didn't know
doesn't have
anything
to
about.
be like senior, right? I mean, senior just means you're not a cadet.
Means you're over the age of 18.
I mean, I was just making, basically saying seniors, and
Well,
some
that's
of our
right,
other places, senior
Someone
means
over the
over
age.
60.
So I could show up and
Yeah.
participate, which would be a pretty cool experience. So
It is.
Thank you, Choya, for being here today. We appreciate so much
thank you.
all that the CAP is doing here in our community. And thanks for enlightening me and some of our audience to things that are going on that they might want to be a part of.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Hey, and we're going to pay bills again, or they're going to
Yay.
pay us. We're going to have commercials again and come
How
back
wonderful.
to Micah and the Municipal Auditorium, GMA, whatever it's going to be called these days. It's always been Municipal Auditorium to me.
How
But
exciting.
yes, there's a
I'll
lot.
stick around
He
for that.
is having a lot happening.
Cool.
So, yes, thank you all so much, and we will go to commercial.
Thank you, Barbara.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Welcome back. You've got to come hang out with us in the studio to find out why we are laughing when we come back on the air, because you could be a part of all the craziness that we do here. So today, have your coffee on us. on somebody, you don't have to pay for it. It's semantics, like I say about alcohol. You don't have to pay. It doesn't matter who pays or if it's free, but you don't pay. And Wally's here with me. I'm Barbara. This is Wally. I'm with this building. He's with the building around the corner that shares food and other things.
And other things. And we're moving to a new location here, so be watching for that.
Yeah, if you've been around forever in this town, you'll know the location as Brookshire's, across from CB's.
Right.
But neither of those places is where they were at that time.
That's right.
So you have to be really old to understand that. But we now have Micha McBay.
I'm excited about to find out what's going on.
He hit the ground running.
He did.
Or these might have been there, but all these things he went, yeah, sure, we can do that. Sort of like I did here when people started.
He probably got run over when he got here. So.
He's probably beginning to feel like it now.
It's all good. It's the job, you know.
Well, I've talked about a bunch in the past. One, the citizens of this town are spoiled because this is a city venue. So there's a lot of expenses that you don't have that I have. And you've got a lot more seats than I do.
Yeah.
Quite a few more seats than
a few.
Which makes the cost per seat way different.
Sure.
And so a show that you could have over there, I would be almost prohibitive because nobody's going to pay it here because they're so used to paying the $2 there and they're $200. Well, why do I have to pay $200 at your place for the same show? Well,
right.
There's a lot.
Now, I will say some of these bigger shows that we're starting to try to attract and bring in, that will adjust the ticket price up a little bit.
Well, but they're still selling out.
This will be. So let's talk about it. This weekend, April 2nd, Three Dog Night.
Right.
I have about 30 tickets left for this show.
And they're not together.
I have some together in the balcony. Okay. I have several together in the balcony. So what happens is, now Barbara knows this, Wally or the folks at home may not know this, is that when a promoter comes to bring a show in, they frequently will ask us to hold tickets back for them and for the artists so that they can have tickets for whatever they want to do with it. Give them away, give them to supporters, whatever.
So that's what we've got now?
And so they opened those up yesterday. And they opened up about 45 tickets yesterday.
Nice.
And we've already sold a third of them. And so
Did
they'll
you have
probably
a waiting
be
list?
gone.
I've said I would have a waiting list, but
we only had one person on the waiting list and they bought their ticket. Because most people just came in, saw it was full, moved away.
Right.
I think there's 4 seats open in the lower part and they're all singles. So there are still a few in the lower.
Because I know you can, as a venue, you can say it's sold out even when you have seats because individual seats don't count.
Right, yeah, you really want to be pairs.
Generally, I've been to Broadway shows that were sold out because I was by myself.
Right.
And there's seats all over, the single seats.
Right.
All over, but you don't count those because almost nobody goes by themselves.
Yeah, and most people want pairs or more, typically, not always.
Not always,
but they're
some
available.
Some of them will split. Some of them will sit in different places in the theater.
But April is pretty full. I'm actually not even going to talk about everything happening in April because I'll be back at the end of April and I'm going to cover those things. Plus, there are a couple other things I want to mention before we run out of time. So the next show coming up after that is Heartache Tonight. It's an Eagles tribute band. Oh, man. I think they're also going to do some Journey stuff that night as well.
Is it an entertainment
That's
series?
Greenville Entertainment Series. So that's going to be on Friday, April 7th. That's at 7:30 at the GMA. I'm going to say it now. I'll say it again in a few minutes. All of the tickets are available. Showtime at thegma.com. Showtime at AT, not the symbol. Showtime at thegma.com. You can buy all your tickets online there, even if we're not selling them. So like Greenville Entertainment Series, we don't sell those, but you can still buy them online. Then, after that, April 14th and 15th, The Voice of Hunt County. We're really excited about this. This is a new thing. Greenville Theater Works, which I'm a part of. We just did Harvey this last weekend. We've got a Shakespeare in the Park show coming up in July. We're going to do a musical in September at the GMA. We're going to do a holiday show. So we've now flipped over to full community theater.
Oh, well, that's great.
And it's pretty exciting. So that's all I'm going to say about Greenville Theater Works, except to say we are producing The Voice of Hunt County. And the key thing about this is that the idea behind it was, let's replace the follies.
Right.
Now I know it's just completely different than the follies. I know that. But the function behind the follies was, yeah, people get to get up on stage and have a good time, but the main purpose of the follies was raising funds for charities in our local community. And this year's
I thought it was
charity,
just so hams could be hams.
well, it's that too, but we've moved to a different style of that.
Yeah.
So with the Voice of Hunt
A good
County,
excuse. A good
Yeah,
excuse
that's
to
right,
now we
that's
can go
right.
have fun on stage.
well, the Voice of Hunt County is going to raise funds for CASA.
Right.
CASA for Hunt County. So all the proceeds, everything goes, nobody is, other than the people that we need to pay because they're professionals, right? Some of our tech folks and all that, and some of the overhead, right? That's normal. Everything else is going to CASA. And we really want to raise a lot of money for them and help them out. And this is going to be a rotating thing that every year a new charity, local nonprofit, receives the funds. They come in, they help produce the show. CASA's bringing volunteers in to help. We had 60 contestants.
Man, that's great.
They whittled that down to 20. Those 20 will compete for 12 spots on Friday night. You buy one ticket, it gets you into both shows.
So you get to
and then
watch.
You get to watch, and it'll be like the show, like the TV
Right.
show. So there'll be judges, the whole thing. Then on Saturday night, you come back for the finals. Those 12 compete for the top 3 spots. You're going to buy chips to vote. That's how we raise the funds.
Right.
Then the top prize winner is $1,000. Plus, they're going to get to sing at the Hunt County Fair. And that's pretty cool, right?
That's pretty cool. That's a great opportunity.
And
for
most
someone.
of the contestants are local. They're from Hunt County.
Right.
And
So you're
that's
talking,
even better.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Well, I hope people are going to come out and support. Our ticket sales right now are really low. I think people are waiting till the last second. Don't wait till the last second.
Right.
Hop online, go buy your ticket, one ticket, both shows. You're supporting a local great nonprofit that does a lot of important work for kids.
And they sure do. And what's the cost for those tickets?
The tickets are $25, I believe. I may be lying to you. I may not
For
have
2
that
nights.
right. So I'm telling
Yeah.
you, go to the website and look. But I'm 99% sure it's 20. It's either 20 or 25 for an adult.
But that gets
That's
you in.
both nights.
That's for both nights. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty cheap date for somebody to have dinner before or afterwards. And you get to come to two big events.
Absolutely.
And hear and see some special talent here in the Hunt County area. So that's great.
And
It's pretty cool.
Saturday, just come and park and just stay all day.
Yeah.
Come in the morning. There's stuff
Birthday
going
bash.
on all over
Uh-huh.
downtown
That's right.
on that day.
There's also something happening at the museum that night, unfortunately. And I'm sorry, I know Susan didn't know we planned on top of each other, but so if you decide not to come, I'm giving Susan a plug at the museum. You can go out to the event at the museum.
That's the gala party.
That's the gala, 20s
get
gala.
20s
And I was
gala,
so
get
sad
dressed up
because
and
I would have
go.
gone to that probably, but I'm going to go to the Voice. So, but anyway, so listen, I come on here a lot and I say, people say, well, there's nothing to do in Greenville. There is a ton to do in Greenville.
There's
Yes.
a ton. There's that
Every
costs
week,
a little bit. That costs
almost every day, there's something happening
Oh, yeah.
somewhere in the city of Greenville that you can be
either
a
for
part
fun
of.
or for
Right.
volunteer,
Right.
to participate and receive, or to help give.
And it can be at a school, it can be at any of the nonprofits in the area, or it can be at the GMA
Yeah.
or something happening here at the Texas. I mean, there's just always, or at the library, there's always something
Yeah.
going on.
That's right.
And just found out about civil aviation and their program. So, I mean, you can't say there's nothing to do in the city of Greenville.
That's right.
Well, and you
You're
said
just not
something
looking.
today.
Yeah.
You may have already, you may be able to hear it. I don't know if our microphones are
Yeah,
picking
I
up.
don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, you
they're,
can hear
they're
this
doing
cool
sound
music
check.
coming.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
doing sound check. Today is gospel.
Oh, cool.
It's the last Wednesday of the month, and it's
Right.
always gospel. And it's Remember For Me Day. So if you are caring for someone with dementia
Or
Alzheimer's issues, come here. When you come in, tell them that you're with Remember For Me, and come have lunch on us. As a way to get out, it's very comfortable. My theater, where you will be, is not crowded.
Right.
You're not sitting on top of each other. Nobody's staring at you. Everybody in the room is staring at the stage. So don't feel like you're imposing on
Right.
anybody, because some people, when they have the person they care for, are afraid embarrassing things are happening.
Right.
We're not seeing it. It's
No.
not. You can come in wheelchairs. It's very, very handicap accessible. And we have gospel.
And the GMA is also handicap accessible.
We do. We
You
have,
can go down front.
We
I know we have the seats in the back.
We
What
have the
about-
seats in the back. We have 10 ADA accessible seats that you can get to. We have an elevator. So there's a way for you to get up if you're in a wheelchair.
Can you be down front?
We don't have a down front spot.
Okay.
But we do have those ones
I
in the
know
back.
the ones in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
and they're
curious.
good seats.
No, they're not bad seats. I was just, and they're elevated.
They are. They are.
So that if somebody in front of you stands up, you can
Right.
just see.
So what is your website?
Showtime@thegma.com.
That's right. That's right.
Let me, I know we're running out of time. Let me throw out a couple more things before I have to go. So, Corey Asbury's coming on April 20th. That's a Thursday. Christian singer.
Right.
We've already sold a lot of tickets for that, but there are tickets available. So come out to that. And really quickly, let me pivot. Let me say 3 things before I go. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. I got them loaded.
Number 1.
Number 1, if you want to see more things happen in Greenville, you have to support them.
Right.
That means come to the event. It means buy tickets. It means show up. Come down here for lunch at Barbara's Place. Come to these events that are coming up. Go to the library. That's how we continue to bring these things to you. You have to support them. And that's the best way. Like at the GMA, I say every time I come on, the best way to support us, buy tickets and come to the show.
Right.
You don't have to come to everything, but come to the ones you like. And
Well, we
that
don't know
will
you
encourage
like
us
it.
to bring stuff back. Exactly.
If after the fact, well, I just didn't know, that doesn't help us.
Exactly.
Because we only know by what.
So let me
So
throw out
number
2
2.
more things. You ready? Here's the next thing, and I'm going to come back and talk about this at the end of the month, but I want it in everybody's ears now. May 6th, Saturday, from 11 to 7, on a Saturday, May 6th, Hunt County Festival of the Arts. It's the second one. We have almost 60 vendors and artists already signed up and paid, ready to come.
That's awesome.
We've got community groups setting up booths that day. We're going to have live theater right here in the Texan all day. We've got food trucks coming. We're going to have live music on an outdoor stage all day with the headliner band, Deep Blue Something, coming that night. Which, if you don't know who they are, if you've ever heard the song Breakfast at Tiffany's, that's them. And they're actually based out of Dallas, and they're going to come up here and play the festival with a bunch of other musicians that day. It's going to be a huge event, and we need people to come out to that. And then last thing, because I want a duck hat too. Where's the camera? Natalie, where's my duck hat? I want my duck hat, Natalie. Give me my duck hat. Duck Derby. But for real, the Duck Derby, listen, United Way does so much good work. United Way helps Fish.
Right.
United Way helps CASA. It helps all these local organizations.
And showers.
Yes, the showers for people. That's right. Today, showers.
10 o'clock showers.
We've got a poverty simulation this Friday. If you want to see what would it be like to live in poverty in Hunt County, that's at Wesley United Methodist this Friday from 9 to 12. Sign up and come to that. But if you want to sponsor the Duck Derby, call me or call John or call a board member of the United Way, because, listen, they do a lot of good work, and we're trying to stay involved and connected to the community so that we can help the people who live here, not just with entertainment, but to help the people who are not as fortunate. They're our friends too.
Now, for the arts event, is there a cost for that?
It is free to the public.
Free, folks. I mean, in the world we live in today, free is also a great thing. And so here's a great opportunity to come and have a great experience from all ends of the arts area of our community and folks coming in. So here's a great opportunity to be a part of something that your whole family will enjoy and have a great time.
That's right.
And today, lunchtime, all to him.
Yep.
Our music, gospel music. Lunch is, the show is free.
Yep.
The lunch is free for Remember For Me people, and you can go to the counter, order your food. It'll show up at your table. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Wally, for helping host.
Great to be here.
Thank you, Micah, for being here and telling us all about what's happening at the GMA. And we will see y'all next week.